gentlemen. It's my pleasure now to recognize the gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Hice, for as much time as he may consume.
I thank the gentleman. And Mr. Speaker, we all know this time of year is when the American people are held accountable to pay their taxes. And unfortunately, the IRS, and especially its head, Commissioner John Koskinen, have proven over and over and over that they cannot be trusted to hold themselves to the same standard that they hold the rest of us. And it's critical that we as Congress, as we are trying to do here this evening, that we ensure that the IRS is held accountable for its actions the same way the American people and other federal agencies are held accountable for their actions. And House Republicans, my colleagues, and I, many of us on the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee in particular, are very familiar with Commissioner Koskinen. Under his leadership, the IRS has failed to respond to multiple subpoenas for evidence. There has been destruction of thousands of key documents, thereby really hindering oversight investigations, possibly obstructing justice. And John Koskinen, as has already been mentioned here just moments ago, sat before the House Oversight Committee and lied under oath multiple times, providing false and misleading testimony, which, of course, as we all know, is outright perjury. John Koskinen's continued role as Commissioner of the Internal Revenue Service, which we all know is one of those powerful federal agencies, despite his continued attempts to deceive Congress and the American people, this whole thing is nothing but the living embodiment that the IRS indeed does not play by the same rules that they demand of other Americans. The American people are well aware that the IRS has placed itself above the law, above the rest of us. In fact, according to a recent Rasmussen poll, only about 30% of Americans actually trust the IRS to fairly enforce the law, which means that we've got nearly 70% of Americans who don't even trust the IRS to abide by the law. Here in America, one of the most powerful agencies that we have cannot be trusted, and the American people don't trust them. This is a federal agency that desperately needs to be set on the right track, and of course the first step to that is eliminating the failed leadership. And so I join my colleagues on the House Oversight Committee, many of whom are here this evening, and I'm proud to be a co-sponsor of HRES 494 to impeach Commissioner John Koskinen. This is absolutely one of our most important roles in Congress, is to hold our federal agencies and the heads of these agencies accountable. And so with that mission, I just appreciate the gentleman for the opportunity to speak a few moments, and I urge my colleagues to support this HRES 494 to impeach IRS Commissioner John Koskinen. Again, I want to thank my good friend, Congressman DeSantis, for leading this special order. I yield back the remainder of my time.